All right, J&J Yachts, Cap. The broker with the beard is here. Everybody, this is Cap. He works for J&J Yachts. He's the broker that was listing Equus, James's boat, the one that I'm taking across the pond. I came up here to give him his signs back, and he gave me a bottle of rum. That's awesome, bro. Thank you so much.
No problem,
What a cool gift. Superstition red blend with the pirate symbol. Oh man. So
it screamed you.
I think, yeah. So guys, if you're ever in Annapolis, stop by and see J&J. Thanks for the rum, dude. Really appreciate that.
Problem.
That's very cool.
Absolutely.
If you watched last week's episode, you'd have seen not only a boat tour of this fantastic yacht, but also some of the work we've done on her. If you have not seen it, click the link in the top right hand of your screen, go watch that one, and come right back here. We have a serious problem with the running rigging on this boat. So, we just got the jib installed, and the guys that came over to install it tried to use the electric winch and blew the fuse in the electric winch, and then used the manual winch to winch it up. And I could hear it. It had so much friction on it that 3 of these stanchions popped out. He was like moving the stanchion, and it just popped right out. So we went around and we tightened all the stanchions down. Right now the furler line's not in here because the line's really old. And we tried to see what was causing so much friction, and actually there's so many things causing the friction. This is the problem. So this is a sheave, and that sheave had broken, and they added this block. But they added, when the block was added, it's not directly in line, so the sheave, the line was chafing against the sheave, and it actually broke the boat right here, you see? That's gonna be expensive because now you have to repaint it, re-gel coat it, all that. And then, so that means it ruined the line, and it ruined the sheave, and it ruined the gel coat here, you see? So the other problem was there was a lot of friction on this line. This line is the Jib Sheet, and this is a self-tacking Jib Sheet. It starts here. It's got a little tack line here, right? And so it kind of just does its own thing. When you tack one way, it goes. When you tack the other way, it goes. You don't have to do anything with the sheet. But the only way to do that is to run it from here to the clew, back to here, and then up the mast. And it comes down through the mast, goes through here, and then goes back to the winch. So that means there's a lot of points where it could be frozen and that they need to be lubricated. This sheet is really old. This sheet looks black to you. It looks black to me too, but it's actually green. And it's green in the cockpit where it's covered. So you can see where it's been repaired. This is a repair job. It's not a good repair job. This is really, really thick to be a repair on this line. And then this is a really poor repair job too. You never want to use heat shrink tubing because as soon as it goes through the block, as soon as it goes through here, it's too much friction, okay? And it's enough friction as it is. It's an old line. They get like crispy and they get a lot of friction in them. This spins fine, so that block's good. We'll go up and check that later, but basically it goes through the fractional right there and then comes back down, comes out here, goes through here, and this is the big problem. These are called deck organizers. They are sheaves for the deck lines, and they are completely frozen. Oh, this one turns a little bit.
Got them to break free.
You got one to break free?
Got a couple to break free.
So, of course, we needed to check. Oh, I've got 3 of these turning.
Yeah.
I got the crew working on freeing those up without destroying them. The other option is just to replace them. They're probably $200 a piece. I'm gonna request that we replace this line, that James replace this line and the furler line. And honestly, he needs to replace the rest of these lines too. This is the only good line on the boat. This one was replaced by the riggers here about a month ago, and this is high-tech line. I have the same line for my main sheet. That's the jib halyard. This is the main halyard. This is crap line. This is the line you buy like in Panama because that's all they have. And it's cheap and it doesn't last very long. And you can tell how bad it is because when you go to bend it, look, when you go to bend it, it stays bent. That's not good. You need line that doesn't stay bent. This is not good line to use for halyards or sheets either. This is crap line. This is actually good line, but it's old. It's really old. We need to go over the running rigging and get you some good running rigging, bro. How's it going with that?
I got 4 out of 5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Joey, we're going to lunch. You go ahead and just stay down in there.
All right,
We'll bring you some rice. Okay, so Joey, actually, there is a mod that came with this boat where you could have the option of this being crew quarters. So we've actually taken that option, and now we got five people in 4 beds, dude. Sorry, but you're just gonna have to live down here.
It's cozy. Maybe we could like pipe in a little thing for water.
I think with all the sails, you'll be the most comfortable bed here. As long as the wakeboard doesn't fall on you.
Yeah. Like a princess.
So show me how that thing was.
So it was supposed to be a knot, I guess. It was just kind of tucked over like that and then sandwiched up against the furler.
Yeah, that's not good because then it can just be pulled out.
Yeah, I mean.
It should be tied in a just an overhand knot and put in that little thing and smashed in there. Yeah, so that's our sheave. Okay, so I did talk to James and he redeemed himself. He said, look, man, I replaced that sheave twice. It broke. It's not a strong enough sheave to have a 90-degree turn when you're reefing. So basically, we're going to have to engineer a different way. What my idea is to find either a metal sheave that'll fit in there, a strong one, or we take the same sheave and then we take some of the tension with a frictionless ring, which is actually Zach's idea. So we replace this with the plastic sheave again, but then we hang a frictionless ring here. So basically the line would come from here, go through the frictionless ring and go down into that. So they'd be sharing the load. And that should take enough load whereas not to break the pin inside the sheave. Hope you understood all that. That was like sailor gobbledygook talk. Nicely done. Well, we're gonna go to lunch.
Oh, we're going to lunch right now?
Yeah. We can't take you looking like that to lunch.
Yeah.
Go take a shower.
Yeah, I'll take a shower.
It's hot water, watch out. Remember when you burned yourself? You'll burn your nuts, dude.
Yeah, forget it.
That's how I start my shower, just nuts first.
That's how you test it?
That's how you test the water. They're the most sensitive.
It's like, back of my hand, nah, nuts.
These nuts.
All right, let's talk about the bearings in the track of the Selden self-tacking jib. These things are not moving. When I move this, I can't see those bearings moving at all, any of them. And these are Torlon bearings, so they're supposed to be maintenance free. We're supposed to just be able to rinse those off with water. So we're gonna try that and see if it works. If not, we're gonna have to spray it down with some shit. So you wanna spray these while I move it? In the bearings. Like get it really, really good in the bearing. Try the other ones. Weird. That's strange. I wonder if we should hit them with some grease. I think we should go to West Marine and we should ask them. Let's ask the pros. What would you guys do? Okay, guys, it's boys' lunch date out. We've got all the boys here.
Boys are back in town, man.
Oh yeah, look at that. The boys are back in town. I love Thin Lizzy. Lunch is over. Sorry you didn't get to see it. It was really good. That place is awesome. One of the reasons we went there was to get a gift card. We put 80 bucks on there for James, the guy that fixed our Dodger, which we're going to see now to pick it up. So let's go give it to him. Okay, I gotta stop and just tell you this story real quick. It's really funny. So when James left the boat over the winter, it obviously snows up there. He didn't realize it. And so it snowed on the top of the bimini. That's a huge bimini. It caught, several hundred pounds of snow, and it leaned on the Dodger and then ripped all the isinglass from the bottom of the Dodger, because the Dodger's in there like on a track, kind of like a Jeep window or something. And it ripped all the isinglass out and bent all the metal, and it was just all kinds of up when I got there. And so, oh shit. And so James tells me, he's like, man, I sail all the time without a Dodger. You'll be fine. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Really? You want me to take your boat across the Atlantic with no Dodger? And I was like, bro, I'll do it. I'll do it just for the video. But your boat is going to be completely up afterwards, because all that water is going to come over your boat and go right into the companionway and inside the boat. So like, say goodbye to your floors and your stairs and probably the rear cabins. And he's like, oh. I was like, yeah, we need to get a freaking Dodger. So I call up like, I don't know, probably 5 different spots. And all of them are like, I tell them what's up. I'm like, I got 2 weeks. I need an emergency job. And a couple of them just start laughing. They're just like, click. So I call up Marty's Bagworks. Big shout out to Marty's Bagworks, especially James, but the whole team, man. They got us in. They moved around their schedule. I was like, guys, please, I have nowhere else to go. I need this thing. And I didn't want him to make a new one. I just wanted him to replace the isinglass, cut new isinglass, and sew it onto the thing. Like, it wasn't a huge job, but it was like a week job. And those guys are stacked, especially at that point, because it was the beginning of the season. It was just starting to get warm. Everybody wants their boats in the water. They're super slammed, but they made room for me and they got it done. And it was great. It lasted the whole time. It actually looked pretty good. So thank you, James. Appreciate that. That's why we got him the gift certificate to the chart house. That I think was good enough to take a couple people out from there. But funny story, right? He's like, yo, bro, you don't need a Dodger. It'll be fine.
All right.
It is Saturday morning, and one of my crew, let's name names, Bill, is a legend. And he found these pieces in the dumpster of a rigging shop. He went to a rigging shop this morning, and he found, this is the old ones. So this is the broken one, and this is the really bent one. He went and found them in the dumpster. And he's like, yeah, I just, saw them in the dumpster, so I took them off and unthreaded them. Oh, that one needs another rivet. We need to rivet that because that's going to break. But yeah, man, we got a self-functional, semi-functional bimini now. The problem is this zipper fit and that zipper fit on the end, but this zipper actually got sewed on backwards. So Chad, our buddy Chad, thank you, buddy. He has a sailboat machine, and we're going to go over to his house tonight and do that. And it's his girlfriend's birthday today, so we're gonna make some pizzas, do that. We might do a live stream. Oh, we are gonna do a Zoom call, so we have to be there by 4. So if you guys aren't hip to the game, if you are my patron, you get access to my WhatsApp group, and you get access to a weekly Zoom call that I do every single Tuesday. And because we're gonna be out to sea this Tuesday, we're doing it on Saturday. This is like a serious refit on this boat. We did a pretty good sized refit on this thing. And yeah, now it's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Oh, what are we doing, buddy?
We're raising sails.
So there's the batten we took out to get the measurement for the other batten. And then that's supposed to go, yeah, you actually should use the other batten. No, use the other batten.
Oh, to push it in there?
Yeah. A little bit more. Okay, okay. That's good. Close the clutch. Yep, that's it. Ooh, you're lucky. He can stay. All right, get it in. Go. Perfect. Did you get so much shit you can't even stick it in here? Let's see. Really? Seriously? Oh, wow.
You know what's crazy though is nothing that's in here was on the list. We got nothing from the list you gave us.
Really?
Nothing.
That's awesome.
We still have to go back to Costco.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
You're a jerk.
It's a lot.
Is there enough shit for us to survive on for? Holy shit. Nice.
You said get 60, but they only came in packs of 24, so we can go out tonight and have some fun in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The extras.
All right. The boys are back in town with provisions. And Bill is the hero of the day again. He fixed the entire boat. He got the Dodger on, he got the furling line ran. Let's go check that workout. We're going in here. Yeah, that's exactly how I wanted it. That's exactly. This is so much stronger than the last one. So what I suggested was we put this to here, put this up here, and then this will be the guiding factor, and we don't need this. This is not supposed to be here. So this used to be 2 little wheels, and he said it broke twice. You know, if something breaks on your boat, replace it with something stronger. But the boat is looking good and looking ready to go. Look at that. Oh yeah, way better. I'm so much happier now having this. People, beautiful. We have a freaking Dodger. We have a Bimini. Ah, that's all Bill. Bill, you're the man.
I'm part of the crew, James.
Nicely done, sir.
Just the man, James. I'm part of the crew.
You are a legend. The myth, the man, the legend.
Part of the crew.
I think we're ready to go, people. Yeah. Some last minute repairs. This is just cosmetic. Somebody used steel hardware on this thing, and it needs to have
stainless or else it gets rust stains. You see on the front and the back. We're gonna try to, you know, fix the boat to sell it too. And you're welcome, James. So today's job is going to be the last day before we leave, and I've decided to change out the jib sheet. So this is a jib sheet. It's got a line tied to it right now. We're gonna sew it to the end so we can, this is called a mousing line. We're gonna use that line to go up inside there to hold the place for the jib sheet. That way when we get the new one, we can just pull it right through. Because we need to get the distance, the length of it. So new furler, new jib sheet, and we should be ready to go. We also fixed the front of the boat. I'll show you what we did. So this is the jib line. It's going all the way up here. It goes up here, goes through this, and then it goes down here into this block. This is a 1 block instead of 2, and it's a steel block. And it's way better and way better suited for the job. So it's going down under there and going to the furler. So between that sheave and the new line and the new furler line, we should have a jib that works well. And it'll come in and out real nicely. Okay, here's the new jib sheet. This is a $550 line, and it's 170 feet long because it has to go, well, basically from here to there, to there, to there, up to this, the second spreaders, which is the fractional part of the rig, and then down the mast, and then through this, and then back here. So it's about 150 feet on a 60-foot boat, plus 20 feet for slop. And yeah, let's pull it through. You ready, buddy? Yeah. Go ahead. So whenever you do this, guys, you gotta sew it together. You see how that's sewn together? Because if that breaks when it's halfway, you're screwed. And then you have to like go up the mast and feed it through. Okay, go ahead. When you get to the top, you'll feel a little bit of resistance, just kind of like work it through. Yeah, and we're pulling down on this pretty hard. I mean, he's got quite a bit of pull force on this thing, so you never want to tape these together because the tape will just rip off. Right there we go. Hey, it went right through, sweet. That's the beauty of a new line. We are officially underway, people. Oh! Boys trip. All right, it's about 7 a.m. We cast off the dock and we are underway. We got everything fixed for the trip. The Bimini's fixed, the Dodger's fixed, the steering, the autopilot, the furling system, the jib sheet, this halyard's brand new, this jib sheet's brand new, this goes here. This is all new. This is new, this sheave is new, this line is new. Basically, we've got everything we need to get to Bermuda. So we are headed out. So this is the Chesapeake Bay. This is the big bay in Maryland. And it's beautiful here, except the water's not so beautiful, it's kind of brown. This is the first time in like 10 years that I've had an all-boys crew, and I'm actually really excited about it because they're all, it's like a ragtag bunch of fools, and it should be really funny. Chad is hilarious. Bill is amazing. He's the best crew on the boat. He's been working the hardest, actually. And he's so thankful to have this opportunity. Joey's young and funny, and you know, he gets all the shit jobs and doesn't care. And Zach and me are besties. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to the antics that we get into here.